Hello, good viewers. Welcome back to my Notics. Today, I'm hanging out with a good friend of mine, and we are going to talk about single parenting. But before we move into it, let's hear a little bit from our guest today, Lillian. Karibu sana Maisha Notics.
Asante. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You can just look into our camera and do a little bit of introduction.
My name is Lillian. They call me Xena. From Kenya. KMCI. She's actually like a sister.
Yeah,
because we come very close. We just found out. We are very close to each other back home. I've been in Finland around over 10 years. I have 2 kids, Chantel and Shani, aged 7. Chantel just turning 8 actually next month. It's her birthday. She's turning 8 on the 24th. And Shani turned 5 in March.
Okay. So Lillian, today we are looking at the different dynamic of motherhood. To a greater percentage, you're a single parent.
Yes.
So you are raising the kid. Let's say most of the time you are the one with the kids. This is because you don't live together with the kid's dad.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about motherhood, because there is the being single as a person, as a woman, but then there is motherhood, which in my opinion has nothing to do with the singleness. So what I mean in this case is that motherhood, or the experiences that we go through as mothers, they're almost the same.
Yes.
There is the different dynamic, which is where the other partner comes in, be it a husband or just the father playing the role. But we can look at motherhood as the same thing. I think we go through the same challenges and experiences.
Yes, so far from the people I've talked to, it's almost the same, because at the end of the day, it's about the mother. It's like the child belongs to the mother.
Yeah.
Whether you are married or you have somebody there,
the
mother does
almost 90% of raising the kids.
For the kids.
Maybe there are some few challenges that you can go through raising these kids alone that I might not be able to go through. And maybe we can think of in terms of the dynamics, in terms of when you need advice. You know, sometimes when I need to make a decision about my daughter, I can easily ask the dad, or we can easily talk about it in the moment.
Yes.
Do you talk to the dad or the kids, or do you have this kind of support group that you call when you have to make some of these decisions about the kids? How do you go about that?
Well, I think basically it's also much affected with the environment where you're growing up, because we are in a country where we are a bit lucky and have this social support system.
Yes.
Which at the end of the day, it's not really what you wish for, because everybody would wish the father to be there.
Yes.
But when the system works in a way that when you're a single parent and you have, it also differs in situations where you have the shared custody, because you can be a single parent but you have shared custody with the dad. But you can be a single parent but also have full custody.
Yes.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah.
So when you're having full custody of the kids, the decision entirely depends on you.
Yes.
When the kids can still not make their decisions by themselves. Whether you want to inform that person, but because there's sometimes you have to make very quick decisions that you don't have time to consult somebody. But like I said, there's a social system support that and a lot of information centers that you can always call, and they are always there, especially with the kids, because this is a place that they really value kids a lot, and they go extra miles just for the kids until maybe they are around 10 or some age. They really take care of the kids here. And if you have a situation like that, you can always call. They will always give advice. They will always help.
Yeah.
But also it depends with the other parent. If he's willing.
How much they're involved.
Yeah, how much they are involved. And he's always willing, and he's always making an initiative.
Yes.
then you also consider them in that factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that here, when you as a single parent, sometimes, like given your job, so you do the shift work and you take the kids to a 24-hour daycare.
Yes.
Which means that sometimes these kids spend in the daycare.
Yes.
And then you get to pick them up the next day or something like that. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing, because then it's giving you the chance to actually work.
Yeah, you can work. Yeah.
Yeah.
When like I said, they really support you.
Yeah.
When you need to do something, they really support you. So like the 24-hour daycare, because sometimes I have like very late shifts.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to go pick the kids, bring them back, and then if you have a morning shift again, take them back.
Yeah.
So in a way, you also get to rest and don't feel so stressed about your job or something like that. And the days that you're really feeling so tired, they can send someone home to come and help you take care of the kids, so you can have some time to maybe rest and sleep for a few hours. So it's really a good thing.
And that's the next point that I wanted to mention, that you have this I don't know if I should be saying advantage, but the fact that you can actually call the social services. So somebody will come to your home for a few hours, and they sometimes take the kids out to play.
Yeah, so this social, I want to understand the social departments, they work in different categories.
Yeah.
There's some who can come, their job is just about the child.
Yes.
They can come, they cook for the kids, so long as it's something, whatever involves the kids.
Yes.
They can cook for the kids while you're even sleeping, if you're so tired. Yeah. They cook for the kids, they take the kids to play outside. Sometimes they can go to the shop. You know, if you want to go buy something for the kids from the shop, they can do that. Yeah. And then there's also the other system that now helps you as a mother.
Okay.
Like if you're having difficulties with accessing information, or you want help to go to some offices and filing some documents and something like that. Yeah. So there's also that system that calls you. There's also
they come like to help you file
in the house.
They come to the house.
They can come to the house. If you need to go to some offices, they will go with you.
Okay.
Yeah, they will. These are different. There's the ones that just take care of the kids.
Of the kids, yes.
Then you can sleep. Go to coffee, you just entirely leave them with the kids.
Oh, like if you say that I want to go out for coffee with my friends, I need a break, they can do that.
And they tell you it's 3 hours, so within the 3 hours you have to be back.
You have to be back.
So if for 3 hours you have to be back. Yeah, they stay with the kids, they cook for them. Yeah. They take them to shower, they make, everything. They take them out to play.
So do you use these services?
Yeah, I use them a lot, and being that it's for free, I don't have to pay, because they check like your financial situation also, so I don't have to pay anything for that. Yeah. So it's basically free. Yeah. So there is the other system that is for the mother also. Okay. So they have all this system for the mother also. So this one will help you with any, like if you need to go to the offices, you need to, like you just need somebody to talk to at home. Actually, they send somebody to talk to you at home. Sometimes it can be really overwhelming. Yeah. Just somebody to advise you and just to talk to you. Okay. And then they have the family workers. If you're having difficulty with the kids, if you're, like, for example, you are having difficulty potty training a child, they have a family worker that will come home
to help you train the kid.
If you have like this stubborn, it's like the nanny.
Yeah,
if
it's
you have
like a nanny.
This stubborn kids, they can tell you how to keep routine with the kids. They can, So we only need to use them. These opportunities. Because they're there.
Isn't it very lovely too? I mean that
it
somewhere
like Kenya, I don't know how life would really be in this situation.
Especially they're given also a very important aspect with the finances, that you don't need to pay for these services, and at the same time, even though you work, you still get some kind of support, because then they have to make sure that you pay your rent. Yes, then you're able to you have food and you have everything.
They have like extracurricular activities for the kids,
and they can pay for this kind of things.
And they pay for that also.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting that it's and that is why in the beginning I said single parenting, because the term single mom, I feel like it's more on you as a person, that you're single and you're a mom. So that's why I wanted to just say single parenting.
Yeah, because here I think it also involves both sides, because they're single dads.
There is single dads, but we call them single parents in the form of being a dad.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know that sometimes we do hang out.
Yes.
Yeah, a few times we do hang out.
Maybe we should hang out more.
We should hang out more. And I think that's where Lillian gets an advantage, because she can easily actually just be honest and say that she needs to go out and have coffee or something, and somebody will come to look after the kids. But that is a privilege that I cannot have. You realize that? I don't think I'm able to actually just get that kind of help, unless, of course, I don't know, if you're a new mother and you just give
well,
birth,
I think
and maybe you're
these
going
services,
through
they don't really
stuff.
discriminate, because they like we said in the beginning, when the kids are born and stuff, it's entirely about the mother.
Yes.
It's you. So
Yeah.
sometimes you go through things that even if you're with somebody else, there's
They
this like
wouldn't
postmortem
understand.
depression and stuff like that. It doesn't matter whether you're married or not.
Yeah.
If you call them, you need for these services, they will come.
Yeah.
The only thing that now maybe it differs when you're married
Yeah.
with someone, and they have to check like the financial
finances,
situations. But
yeah.
still, if both of you cannot meet, because there are other people who are unemployed,
Yeah.
if both of you cannot meet the financial standards that is required, they will still pay for
Provide
that.
it for free.
Because their main important thing is not about the money. It's to take care of the children
kids,
and
yeah.
you make sure they are in safe environment, and
Yeah.
you as a mother or parent is in a position to take care of them,
Yeah.
emotionally, psychologically, in all
Physically.
aspects.
Yeah. There is one thing that I wanted us to talk about before we end this. There is the point of, especially if you have a boy child, they say that you need a mentor. So even if it's not the dad, but like a male figure in the child's life to help mentor them in this manhood journey. Do you think about that, or how do you go about it, or have you thought about it, or not yet?
Well, if we try to go back to our culture, how we were brought up,
Yes.
rarely fathers were in the life
In the life
of the kids, the
yeah.
mentors. We just saw them come in, we saw them pay school fees, we saw them buy food, and even if they're there, they were not like really emotionally available
No.
to that extent. So it all went to the mother, who also had to bear all this emotional that she didn't know how to deal with it. So it leaves you there like trying to fend for yourself at a very young age. There are those who had different parenting, maybe in our time,
Yeah.
I can't say.
Yeah.
But now, because of the things are changing and the world is changing, and we are kind of already seeing the effect of what was done in the past.
Yes.
So people are trying to do it right.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
But for this fatherhood thing, because it doesn't have to be his biological father who has
Yes,
to be there.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
you cannot force somebody to be there
Yeah.
to do that. It
Yeah.
has to be somebody who is really willing
Yeah.
and is really understanding of
Yeah.
of his role in this person's life.
Yeah.
So I was once talking to one how did I call it? A professional. I had to talk to somebody because all
Okay.
these things was weighing down on me, because I was feeling like, oh, their father is not doing much. He's not doing what he
And you
is
have a boy
supposed to
child.
do. And I have a boy child. How will they grow up? Maybe they need their father, because there was a time he kept crying all the time, Papa. But this woman told me one thing: be the best parent you can be.
And it will work out the best.
Be the best parent you can be. That person, it's not your responsibility how he chooses to treat his kids. But you who is there, be the best parent you can be. And since that day, my world changed. And I
Okay.
looked at parenting differently.
Yes.
And every time I did something, or he did me, because I could beat myself up because of mistakes that he did, always thinking it's my fault because I did something wrong, because, you know. But since that day, I looked at parenthood totally different.
Yeah.
And I had peace with myself.
Yeah.
And I've been happy since then. Like,
She's getting too much sun into her eyes, so she decided to put on the shades. And Lillian, we do have a lot of, I have a very interesting panel that will come up. So it will be interesting to also just talk about being mothers and then self-care, like you started telling me to take time for myself. I think it's a topic that we need to talk about more.
yes.
Yeah, but for now, we're finishing this interview here. We are just right next to the beach, so I think we're going to have a great picnic after this. We are leaving you.
And great food at home.
Yeah, great food back at home. Lillian made some fish. So bye guys, and we will see you next time. Have a lovely evening.